I've warned you. Sometimes our people disagree with you, but I mean, I understand. I've warned you. Sometimes our people disagree with you, but I mean, I understand some of your approach. I mean, sometimes we take a hard bite. It helps us as politicians.
Bismillahir Rahman Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Wednesday, the 20th of August. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Let me say thank you very much indeed to my good friend and brother, Alhaji Mutawakilu, who also is the boss of the Ghana Water Company. Good morning to you, Alhaji. Good morning. Now, also thank you to all the friends and associates and family that we have built here on Johnny's Bite, who spend time to make sure that our content is out there in the public. Thank you so much. Please take me to the quarters of the DVLA. Let's have a conversation about DVLA. DVLA road checks, defects and infrastructure, infractions, delinquency fees and charges. And you may not know, but the police can stop you at any point. Yesterday, I saw some policemen around the Kanishi First Light area towards Cocoa Clinic doing some nice operation. And I truly and really appreciate you, because some of our brothers and sisters who ride the motorbikes think they are invincible. And they ride the motorbikes. Sometimes some people's driving mirrors, they take them off, they scratch the vehicles, and they feel invincible. So some sanity has to be brought onto the streets. Say fiscal conversion vehicle body, that's 225, and you pay on the spot. General body, rickety, all the rickety trotros that I've been talking about, you pay 225 Ghana cedis. Seats, if it's dirty, for example, you pay 225 cedis. Faulty seat belt, 225. You know, some of the drivers, they're driving on the streets, the street seat belts are not working, but they just drag it and hold it with the other hand when they are approaching a police checkpoint. The police know it. So please fix your seatbelt. Lighting, electrical system, it goes for the same amount. Braking system goes for the same amount. Tires that are worn out, 225. So go and buy. You can use that money to get some tires to buy. Then we're talking about exhaust emission. It's smoky, and sometimes you're on the road and all the exhaust is so, it's not pleasant. Then seating capacity. If you overload, as they call it in trotro terms, you will pay. Defaced or obscured number plate, you pay. It has a whole list. Fire extinguisher, if you don't have, you pay. Warning triangle, you pay. Retro reflector, you pay. If you don't have all these things, you pay, because you are supposed to have them, first of all, before you get on the road. And your irresponsibility must not be the responsibility of others. No. There are drivers who don't have rear end or traffic indicators at the back. So when they want to turn to the left, they signal you with their hand out of the window. Then they start flagging you down to turn. They start flagging you down. Please, and then you turn. Why do we do that to ourselves? So take notice that if you don't have any of these things, expired learner permit, measure of misuse of driver's license, driving with international driver's license, you will pay. You will pay. Logas, good morning to you at the DVLA. You pay for it. Now let's move on. Let's go to the self-appointed traffic warden. And yesterday I spoke about street lights and traffic lights. Now you can see a gentleman in the what do you call it? You listen to him. The gentleman is in a reflector of his own, and he's instructing drivers because as a nation we have failed to provide traffic lights that are functional. So this gentleman decided that he is going to be the one who will be our traffic light. What does it take to keep the traffic lights on? I'm asking. What does it take to keep the street lights on? This is a very busy road from Abosokan heading towards Kolebu or Kolebu. And I'm sure that it's not just in Accra. The problem is replicated all around us. What does it take to keep the traffic lights on? And whose job is it to keep the traffic lights and street lights on? It's a very simple question that I'm asking this morning. You drive through town and the traffic lights are off and everybody is comfortable and it's causing a lot of accidents. People are perishing because somebody who is paid, today is the 20th, by 30th, everybody who deserves to be paid for this will go and demand for their salaries. But why can't they keep the traffic lights on? 6, please go back to yesterday's folder. Find me the street light poles. We have brought street light poles into this country. Paid for it with people's money. The people's taxes. And we have decided that, let's keep them somewhere. Tama, Community 25, let's keep them there. This stretch I showed you this stretch about 2-3 weeks ago, that the lights around on this stretch do not work. The street lights do not work. The traffic light also doesn't work. And you have somebody who is directing and instructing, and he's not being paid by anybody. These are your street light poles brought into the country, left at the mercy of the weather. And here we are. Here we are. This is the country that we are building. This is the country that we are building. Your light poles are there, they are lying there. Some people don't have street lights. They struggle through the moment and they look at it. And they're asking the question, where is our government? Traffic lights, street lights, they don't work. In a country called the Republic of Ghana, when Ghana gained independence, all these things, then you speak to the 80 plus, 60 plus, 70 plus, and they tell you some good things about the Republic of Ghana when they were born and when they were children and how most of my friends are older people. How they enjoyed the country. So how did we become this? And I've told you that here we bring you the evidence. We don't do Matra Makwe. No, we don't do Mr. Kuma as a black cat. No. We are determined to show you the facts and the figures. 7 years ago, I did a documentary on the gutter at Asylum Down, right diagonally opposite to the Paloma Hotel, Asylum Down. I will play that for you. I will replay that for you to have a look. And you see, yesterday I told you that I'm not looking for appointment or employment because I'm gainfully employed. And my employers, they take good care of me. So I'm happy to do my work and to work diligently, efficiently, and effectively. So if you are somewhere thinking that I'm talking because I want employment or appointment, you goof. That's one. I'm not as hungry as you are. No, I'm not hungry. Beyond that, I run private enterprises, so I'm not hungry. No. You, if you are hungry, say it, then we can come and be donating to you small. Number 2, when I talk about these matters, and I'm going to show a documentary that I did personally 7 years ago, who was in power? I spoke about it. The community spoke about it. Who paid attention to it? It was Minister for Works and Housing, the Minister for National Security, the Minister for whatever. Who paid attention? Nobody. So if today work is happening there, what must I be shouting about? It's a simple question. If you're a sensible person, you will sit down and analyze this nicely. 7 years ago, I spoke about it. Find me the videos and play, please.
The Breaking Bridge, that documentary that's coming to you from Asylum Down here in Accra. Take a quick look at this and let's have a conversation thereafter.
She used to be slender, elegant, and graceful, but maybe not anymore. The Asylum Down Bridge sits at the epicenter of the beautiful city of Accra, with the Ring Road Central and some traders as her closest neighbors within the Asylum Down North Ridge electoral area in the Greater Accra region. The bridge serves thousands of regular and new users, mainly respectable citizens of Ghana and the working class, drawn largely from among the lively, low and bubbly. But despite her central importance, she has been left to break apart silently, piece by piece, and her total collapse may come sooner than expected, perhaps with a lifelong traumatizing and devastating effect. At 53, she continues to serve regardless of the wear and tear. Conspicuously, the Asylum Down Bridge appears stressed and broken-hearted, and her users share in her sentiments as well. The storm drain over which she stands cannot support its own seams. Rather, filth and silt have taken center stage, singing their own chorus with the flamingos in the disheartening affairs of the Asylum Down gutter. A typical case of a troubled bridge over dirty waters. Things have fallen apart and the center can no longer hold. But mustn't she be congratulated and immediately replaced for all these years of hard labor and disrepair? A neighboring bridge has broken down and its remnants continue to lie in the gutter for as long as the authorities permit. The Community Connect team was told that the 1995 floods weakened it, and the June 3, 2015 disaster was the last straw that broke the camel's back. Is this another subject for our maintenance and safety culture? The traders on the sidelines, the collapsing Asylum Down Bridge, have their own fears too, but they don't want to be heard on tape. Have they become used to the danger? Are they fed up with the long, winding maze of bureaucracy? Or have they complained so many times already that repeating themselves can make them sound like a broken record? The 50 years plus bridge has extensive cracks that efficiently exposes the iron rods meant to be concealed in the concrete. One can feel it tremble while treading on it. Even the ramp, designed and reserved for persons with disability, is not spared. Half of the cement screeding is gone. Where? No one knows. It is obvious that the Asylum Down footbridge needs urgent attention. But do the authorities realize this too? Here is Mr. Ebo Mensah. He is the assembly member for the Asylum Down North Ridge electoral area.
I'm saying that people are not happy.
I'm not so happy because day in and day out, when the crowds get formed, you get scared because definitely when it rains, your attention will be drawn.
Look at that tree, for example.
Yeah.
I remember that the other time some people raised concerns that it could fall off and fall on the electric wire and cause mayhem.
Yes, it's true. Even you shouldn't think of this pole. There's 11,000 kV, 11,000 volts cable under the tree. So definitely when it falls, definitely it can cause havoc.
What are we doing about it? This has been here for some time.
I've reported this thing to ECG. They are aware. They are coming to work on it. As far as I'm concerned, I've reported this thing many times to the assembly, the city authorities. And you see, as I said, the assembly can do its part, but the rest lies on the government. It is a policy that the government had to come in.
Are you helpless in this situation?
I'm not helpless. I'm not helpless when it comes to this. I'm not helpless. We are doing our best to save the situation. But where it got into, I think the bigger people had to come in to survey the issue. Sometimes the bureaucracy are not necessary. It's unnecessary. Sometimes we need immediate reaction. There are some things we had to take serious approach to it before this bureaucracies. We can pull it down and sublet it to a contractor for him to do. Once the contractor is doing, we may sit around the table and find out this is the proper sole sourcing we are talking about. This should be the sole sourcing. If I have my way, I will declare this area a state of emergency. So you can see, just check under the bridge. You could see that the pallets are almost gone. So the next rain, that should tell you, my concern is it may rain in the afternoon once people are crossing. Who knows what will happen? It can just capsize inside and it will affect lives. So I feel we can block this. They call the place as danger area. But when you call it,
when are you going to do that?
When you call it, where are the people going to pass through?
Between life and where the people are going to pass, which do you choose?
That is why we are going to take decision on it. You could see the markings. We just took this marking last 2 weeks. I am know for sure that contractors have been. They are discussing on it.
Coordinate or first.
That is to me, this place to be corded off.
So take the decision. You have it. Take it.
I can't take it unilaterally. We should sit at the committee to come out with the reason why I feel. Oh, definitely we are going to meet either after Easter, Tuesday. Okay. Environmental subcommittee will be meeting together with disaster, which I'm both chairman to that committees. So we are going to take urgent decision to make sure that the place is going to be covered out and make sure that nobody walks over the bridge. Because I'm afraid if it rains this night, hey, we don't know what will happen tomorrow. The filth that you see come from Nima, Mamobi, Alaju, and environs. They just throw them in the gutter. Just pass through Beyonce School up to Mamobi. Go and see heaps, fridges, containers. They are refuge from their homes. They pile out at the messes of the gutter, thinking the crowds will form. They will just throw it in. One day I took this upon myself and my team. We went there. We were nearly lynched. Because who asked us to come to that far to control them? Don't they have the assembly members?
Ivy is a resident at Asylum Down. She enjoys her daily morning walks, and this bridge is a necessary evil that aids her to cross the gap over this huge storm drain. Hear her worst fears.
It's scary because the bridge is virtually caving in, and I use it almost every other day when I'm going for my morning walks. Each time I get on it, I sort of get the shivers because just this morning I used it, and when I got on it, it just occurred to me that what if it should cave in?
Is the National Disaster Management Organization, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, and the folks in charge of drains waiting for a disaster to happen before they rush to wallow in pity parties, grab photo opportunities to make speeches, distribute relief items and compensation, and just go back to sleep again? These helpless people are not asking for a gold-plated bridge. They are demanding safety and care to keep them outside the domain of fear. For workers like Agnes, who commute from one side to the other, the disheartening state of affairs, characterized by the foundation of the pillars that have been washed away, paints a scary, near-gory picture in her subconscious mind.
Anytime I walk on this bridge, I don't feel safe because I feel anything can happen at any time. Looking at the way this is, it's very risky. It's very risky, and I think the government should, or whoever is responsible for this, should really take a second look at this. Because trust me, the number of people who use this bridge, I don't know, but I think the government should do something about it.
Let this sink in for a few minutes And then you can ask along with us in unison, who will fix this mess?
And so those are the frustrations of the people here at Asylum Down. This bridge plays a major role in their lives. How it's been left to deteriorate onto this point and how the cracks are widening by the day continues to baffle my mind. But for us at Community Connect, we are concerned about the safety of the people here at Asylum Down. And look around, all the squalor, the dirt, the stench in its totality is so baffling. Who will fix this mess? For Community Connect, this is Johnny Hughes, Asylum Down, Accra.
This is 7 years old. 7 long years. And 7 years ago, who was in power? We asked this question. We showed this video on national television. I was on TV3 New Day. Nobody paid attention to us. I worked effectively and efficiently with Philip Katriku and Daniel Oklu. Danny played a video now of Judge Media. Who paid attention to us? Nobody. So when you come back now and you come and say we are looking for appointments, you are the hungry one. Because we don't need backing vocalists to come and be telling our story for us. No. Now show them the effective work that is being done there. 7 years ago, we spoke about it. Nobody paid attention. 8 years plus on, somebody is now doing effective and efficient work. Put them up there. Work is happening there now. If you drive past Paloma, you will see that some work is happening. So what exactly should I be shouting about? Work is happening. The work that we spoke about, the danger that we saw, that we complained about, that nobody paid attention to, that people vilified us for, the work is now happening there. It tells you how much time I invest into my work, and it tells you how much time I'm dedicated to this work. It is called passion. It is called professionalism. And we did this documentary in one day. The one I played from Nima, we did it in one day. We don't nest the stories for 3 months, go and take some award somewhere. No. We do the story in one day. If we are determined to do it, we do it. They are working on it. They are cutting the tree that threatened the lives of the people in terms of the electricity cable. They are working on the drain. They are working on the bridge. 7 years ago, I complained about it. 7 years down the line, it is happening. Somebody is working. Somebody is thinking. And you come and sit somewhere and say, we are looking for appointment. That's why we are talking. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should bow down your head in shame. All you think about is politics. National development is out of the window. All you think about is your political party. And then some nonsense that runs through your head. That's what you think of. I just showed you a full documentary 7 years ago done in one day. I closed from TV3 New Day. I said, Danny, play the video. Let's go. Philip, let's go. We went all the way to Asylum Down and we shot that. And I salute them. I came back, I scripted it, I voiced it, we edited it and showed it the next day. It was a Wednesday. That's why I'm deciding to play it today. And we showed it on a Thursday. For the first time on TV3 New Day. Now somebody is working on the drain that we complained about 7 years ago that nobody paid attention to, which was endangering the lives of the people. The tree that we complained about is being cut so that the electricity poles and the wires will not be endangered. And you sit somewhere and say, we are looking for appointment because 7 years ago, was I looking for appointment? I'm not looking for appointments. As for my track record and my scorecard, you can't take it away from me. I've paid my dues in the industry. And so must it be. I have paid my dues. I have maintained my steez. I have kept it on. I don't need backing vocalists. I don't need them. I don't need them. I live in your head rent-free. I am in your head rent-free every single day. Call your creme de la creme. The work I've done, they haven't done a quarter of it. The work I've done, they have not done a quarter of it. Here ends my sermon. Please call me 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. This is my scorecard. I claim it. Good morning.
Good morning, my old